Alright guys, I just wanted to take a few minutes to go through the stuff that I got for my DJI Phantom 3 here. Mainly, I wanted to show you the case today. This is a hard case, obviously, by Nanuk. It's their 950 version, so it is wheeled. Everything up top is nice and sealed up so you don't get a bunch of trash and garbage. It's a very nice, solid handle. Works smoothly. I felt some others that got in there, they felt kind of shaky and stuff at the top and just felt kind of flimsy in general. But this one doesn't. It's very solid, very nice, rolls well. Only 2 latches on this model. I think their 945 actually has 4 latches. It's also got 2 on the side. And when I ordered, I was a little bit concerned about that. I didn't know if the 2 latches would snug it down well enough. But the rigidness of the case makes up for it. There's absolutely no play, no slop. It's plenty tight all the way around. You have 2 lock grommets here, stainless steel inserts so you can lock the case up. The handles themselves, so they don't just pop open, they actually do have a slide lock as a safety. Very sturdy locks. Handle has a nice rubber insert. It's also ventilated, has a pressure relief in it. For those that might decide to throw it on an airplane or whatnot. Open the case up. Here we go. Lots of room in this case. For what I was going to carry with me, I figured it was pretty much perfect, and I got to tell you, it has been. It holds everything securely, and it's been absolutely great. I couldn't have asked for more. We'll go through, I'll load it real quick for you just to show you what all I keep in here. First of all, I have the charging hub for the batteries. I do run 4 batteries, so I went ahead and got the extra charging hub to go with it. That actually fits right here perfectly. Drops right down in there. And that space is wide enough so that the factory charger that came with it can also drop right down in there beside it. So you get all your wires, cables, battery charger right there, no problem. I use a full-size iPad. I use the iPad Air 2. This slot right here, I believe, would hold the mini, is what it's designed for, or maybe some of your smaller tablets. But like I said, I use the iPad 2, so that's not going to fit in there. So for me, that's a memory card slot. Also like to have a few tools with me. Got 4 little screwdrivers that I carry around. This is actually for AA batteries, should you need to carry those for any other accessories. But I actually use this to carry my 4 screwdrivers around. Alright. The prop wrench or the motor wrench, which you use when you're snugging your props down or taking them off, more so than snugging them down. But that actually fits right here in this pocket perfectly. So this is what we've got so far. Like I said, everything fits perfectly, everything is snug. I also like to carry a car charger for my iPad, just in case that starts running low when I'm out in the field. That goes right down in there. I believe this would also hold a smaller case for some FPV goggles, maybe, if you decide to carry those along. Of course, I think the cases that most of them come in now are probably too big for that, and you might have to resort to keeping them over here in your prop compartment. Next, I've got the batteries. Like I said, I do carry 4 batteries. So grab those. 1, 4, 3, and 2. Right across the front. They all fit snug. Works great. This is actually just the spare. I replaced my module with the HDMI module on the remote controller, so That's just a spare little thing that I keep in there. That's the old one that came off of it. Drop that right down in there under the props. These are my ND filters. And I keep those right there on top of that charger. And they fit there just fine. All right, one other little cable I keep in here is a mini USB cable. I actually don't use it because I have the iPad, but it came with it and I want to keep everything together, so I drop that right down in there with my memory cards. Again, here's what we have so far. Props. I have 2 sets of the carbon fiber reinforced props. This pocket here is designed for the props. It holds them perfectly. Fold the tags over. All 4 of those lay down in there nice and neat, lengthwise. And then I keep the ones that came with it right on top of those. So they're stowed away nicely. There's really not much for paperwork in here, but like I said, I try to keep everything together. Keep that in the back slot. Along with that goes my iPad. I actually find that other booklet there makes a nice little cushion for the back side of the iPad, so it's not rubbing on the back of the case there. I'll show you real quick, but there's no padding on the back edge of this. So if you were to drop your iPad in there, it may rub a little bit. It's probably going to be fine, but like I said, that works well for me. And it keeps everything from flopping around in there as well. Next we have the controller and the controller strap. Controller on this one thing I liked about it, and I know it's just a little stupid detail probably, but the one thing I liked about it, the controller does stand up in it and doesn't lay on its side. As I said, I'm sure it doesn't make any difference at all, but I thought that it looked neater on its side, on its standing up like that. The strap will tuck right down in there with it. So once again, here's what we have. And last but not least, actually we have my little toolkit here that I just keep laying down on top of the props there. One of the things that I really liked about this case, and it was probably the reason I got this one over some of the others. Some of the others obviously hold all this stuff too. Some of them may even hold a few more things. I don't have anything else that I need to carry, so this worked perfect for me. But this came with this cool little insert that goes down in the bottom here. And what that does is it sits right down on the camera. And so you've got your gimbal lock that comes with it anyway. But then having that extra protection where you can just put that on there and it keeps everything, you know, your camera's not in there flopping around if the lock falls out or anything like that.
Yes.
So next, turn your props, drop them down. This does have these cool little wedges here that keep the props in line, keep those from turning around. And that's it. That's everything I carry. Close it down. One thing I'll show you real quick, this hinge does have a key area in it, I guess you could say, or it locks back. So if you're out in the field, it's kind of breezy, you know, your top's not just gonna blow down on you out in the field. It does actually lock up in place. So you'll pull by that, lock it up. And you're good to go. Alright everybody, that's the Nanuk 950. Hope you like it. I do. I couldn't have asked for any more. Have fun.